Hi, welcome to Sky High Solutioning video series called How To for Admins and Users. Today I want to show you how easy it is to create and amend pick lists using Salesforce's standard functionality. We'll also explain how the pick lists can be positioned either via the backend page or via the new Lightning Experience page layout. What is a pick list? A predefined list of selectable values for a field. It ensures data consistency, speeds up user input and standardizes the entries across records by limiting choices to some approved options that you've already pre-built in the system. What do pick lists do for users? They offer users an easy way to populate a field without having to continually type in the text. Users can then use that field for automations and reporting. Example here would be in a contact record, the field would be called role and it's of a type pick list, and these typically would be the pick list values. There are three kinds of pick lists. A standard pick list, most common and easy to create and use. Dependent pick list, where a second set of pick list values depends on the first. A global pick list, which is the same as a standard pick list, but it's created centrally in Salesforce and can be called up at any point when you create a field anywhere in Salesforce and use it repeatedly. So they work a bit like spreadsheets. Here typically you have a spreadsheet which is titled Choose Ingredients, and then you would add in your different types of ingredients. So pick lists work in exactly the same way. And today we will only focus on standard pick lists, how we create them and how we edit them. So let's start by creating our role pick list field. So I begin in Contacts. Now there are two ways I can get to setup and to do this configuration. I can either go via the top right here, Setup and Edit Object, and that will take me to the setup in the same way as the second way is to go Setup, Object Manager, Contact, and that takes me to exactly the same setup place. What I want to do is create the field under Contact. So I will first double check that the field is not already there. Very important process for admins doing this. And you can see there is no other field existing, so I will now create new. And this page offers me different types of fields depending on what fields I want to create. So I'm going to choose pick list. Next. Now when I type the name of my pick list, it will automatically populate the field name as well. So let's put role in here, tab, and it automatically creates an API name in the back end of Salesforce to register that field. Here is my pick list values. I'm just going to put them in quickly like this. I'm not going to use global pick lists because I don't need to call on a central pick list that's used everywhere. I'm creating a set of values unique for the contact. So that's what I do. I just literally enter those in the editor. I can now go next, and then I'm given the opportunity to decide which profiles do I want to use it on. I'm going to use it on all profiles, and also which pages do I want to use it on. So I'll use it on all pages. And that's it. I've created my pick list. Let me check in the layout whether now that role field appears in the layout. As I can see, it's in my layout, and all it remains is for me to go back into that contact record and see if my field has appeared. And looking down to see where this role field is, I can see it's here. And now I can see that I can add a pick list value in there. What I've done with this field is I've actually set it as a default to none because I don't want it to be pre-populated with anything. Select admin and save. And that's it. The pick list is working very nicely. Now, what if I want to change that pick list? Well, what I do is go to the setup in the quickest way I know, which is Setup, edit object, fields and relationships. Let's do a search on role rather than scrolling. Takes me straight to role, and now I can see my pick list is there. And to edit this pick list, I literally just go new and add whatever my new value is. So let's just say service engineer. So I just save it, and now it has been updated. And if I want to reorder my list, let's say I want to put the admin at the top of list, I can just do it like this. I could move service engineer up if I want to, and you can see that I've set the default value as none. I could set the default value as admin, but I'm happy with this. And I save that. And that's it. My pick list is working very nicely, and we know how to edit it. One other thing that's really important now you're working in the latest version of Salesforce is that there is this way of setting out the role here in the back end of Salesforce. As we can see, we have the page layout here. But when you're now working in the new Lightning experience, it's important to know that you don't have to set this field in this page layout anymore. If you're working in the Lightning experience, you can do it on the page itself, almost like at the front end of the page, like a web page. And to do that, I will show you. I'm in the contact record, and now I'm going to go edit page. I'm not going to edit the object, I'm going to edit the page. And now I'm in the page layout. And what that allows me to do is control all my fields and the conditions when I want to when I want this field to be visible, I can control here, and I no longer need to go to setup or use validation rules and so on. So what I can do here is, if I decide that's what I want to do, I need to click on here, and there's a little message here that says you can configure record detail sections and fields right inside the app builder. So upgrade to dynamic forms. I'm going to say yes. Just have it for this contact page layout. And what that allows me to do now is to control every single field. So if I'd created the field, rather than put it in my setup, I can actually now search fields, look for my role field, and then I can just pop it in there and save it. And now that is the new way of adding fields to page layouts, specifically when you're working in Lightning experience. And as we can see now, we just go back here, go into the contact. I have now in my Lightning edit page, the role placed again in that position. And so in future, any other fields that I want to place around this page, I can just do in Lightning experience. That's it. We save this record. We wait for the confirmation that the changes have been saved. We click back, and that takes us directly into the record. And here we can see that Emma Fontan is now there as a service engineer. And that's it. Congratulations, you created the role picklist value, and you also know how to go back in and add a new value. This is another good example of how the Salesforce CRM works so well for organizations, charities and non-profits. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and feel free to post your comments. How can we help you with your digital transformation using Salesforce? Try viewing our other YouTube channel series called Demystifying Salesforce. And of course, check out our website, skyhighsolutioning.com. Thank you.